What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Every Week We Follow. So today is another day of nothing happening.
Nothing.
Yay! We will get on
Every
to
week
why
we
I
follow.
think...
No news at all. Fucking.
So, yeah, I mean, we'll get on to why I think that's, not a bad thing. But like Gary's got there, the ball, remember, as always, if you want to donate, please do. Really, really good cause. I'll pop a link in the description. It's all the money goes to Acorns.
Signed
You get a
football.
signed football. You be able to get the chance to win a signed football, some signed memorabilia from Peter With and Brian Little, and you'll also get. I love this, mate. It's like is it the Bruce's Price is Right, where it's like
No, Generation Game. Come on,
Generation. Sorry, mate. Sorry, that's the one. And the kids book from Brian Little Biscuit, which we will get signed as well. All of these in your Christmas hamper before the Christmas.
For a worthy cause, and we're gonna start ramping it when the season starts and more people watching. So come on, people, get those little purse strings out. So only £5, and it's going to finance some proper work at Acorns. I promise you, it goes all the way. It employs people. It means families get support for longer. Like we got to do this. We've got to do this shit, man. Got to do it.
Yeah, got to do this shit. We just want to hit £1,000. It's not very much. Like,
that's
it's
it. That's the target, mate.
All we need is 50 of you. 50 of you to give. No, 20 of you. 20. But honestly, I'm too tired. It'd be 200 of you to give a £5. That's the maths.
And that's the maths.
Right. Anyway, speaking of maths, Villa have spent a grand total of about £3.50, I think, so far in this transfer window. Whilst you got Liverpool, etc., all absolutely doing bits.
Mate,
I mean,
we can't compete, can we? If they do sign Isak, right, which like it's game over.
I never had any kind of illusions of us challenging for the title anyway, but that Liverpool are going to be incredible next season, mate. Like Frimpong, Wirtz, like if they get Isak in, oh my word. Oh my word. And they even kept Salah and Van Dijk. It's like, oh my god, what is going on?
Mate, the top four are just they've ramped it up and they're taking another step above everybody again, and so we are going to be playing catch up. We've just got to get through this season and have a successful season, and that for me, as I've said over the last few weeks, is win the Europa League or a trophy. My preference is the Europa League because it gives us Champions League football, and then I truly believe that if because it looks like we're going to keep with what we've got. Right, we're not going to sell anyone. I think because at best we probably get a fine, don't we, with the SCR? There's not a point solution because it's a UEFA sanction, so they'll fine us. We'll take the hit, and then next season, well, this time next year, I think we'll be able to spend. I think we'll be able to actually kind of look at improving the squad properly. But as it stands, hopefully we can get one or two in before the window closes.
I think that's the hope. I mean, the Watkins stuff seems to be ramping up a little, so we don't fully know anything about that. I mean, if he was to go, we have to have a replacement lined up ready to go. We can't have any kind of this stuff of we'll let him go because he wants to go, and then we'll try and find someone. It has to all be happening at the same time. But it's always a risky game. It's a very risky game to be playing. 10 days, 11 days before the start of the season. No time to bed in. So if it's going to be a player, it has to be someone that knows the Premier League, someone that ideally knows Emery.
Yeah,
there's a simple player that a lot of people talk about that knows both those things, which keeps on coming up. But we shall see. But to be honest, like I was saying to you before, I was like, I don't know, the modern game, the modern transfer window, like. I remember when I was a kid, there was none of this like sitting there going, where are the signings? And like, who's selling all these players? And it's literally like, you might sign one or two, if that.
Yeah.
Like, you wouldn't have 5, 6, 7 players in the transfer window, like 4 outgoings, 5 income. I don't think it's good for a team, if I'm honest, like to try and get some kind of cohesion and build something. You look at our team, right? You look at our team, give it one addition, maybe. And even then, we've got Marlon now, who, by the way, I think is having a really good preseason and didn't play last season. So he's effectively
A new
a
signing.
new
Yeah.
player, right? If you look at our team now, is it good enough to win the Europa League?
My initial answer, if you think about all that team, so without replacing anyone, competed very well in the Champions League last year,
Really
right?
did, yeah.
But bar kind of a Asensio and Rashford, right? Which is my concern.
Yeah, but
That
they didn't come in till January, right? So you think about all
yeah,
those games we had in the
but they
Champions League
did
before
help us.
then.
They give us some
Of course they did,
impetus,
yeah,
mate.
yeah.
They did right. They changed the way we played. And if rumours are to be believed, that Asensio deal could be back on the table
Yeah.
apparently.
Don't know what's
So,
going on there.
but again, it's all for me. That's just speculation until it happens, mate. I don't want to talk about anything until it's fucking over the line because there's
Yeah,
nothing
yeah.
from the club, so we won't talk about that. But so I would argue that yes, we've got a great chance of winning the Europa League. For me, like it's written in the stars. It's Emery Speciality Cup. He's won it 4 times already, with probably teams that have been far less than what we've got. Do you know what I mean? And now this squad is 3 years into a European campaign. Conference League, Champions League, now Europa League. The experience is starting to be there. In these games, it's a different kettle of fish to the Premier League, isn't it? So we may well fall off in the Premier League a little bit to go for that because it gives us the Champions League. So I would be amazed if we don't. Not to say if we don't win it because that's unfair. There are some good sides in there. It's not a given, but we've got a
No, but
great chance.
we should. Like, as in we're definitely, in that favourite pool for winning the tournament. The only thing that puts doubt in your mind is that we haven't won something for so long.
Yeah.
It's not. I don't think there's anything to do with the team. I don't think it's anything to do with the squad that we've got, the manager we've got, all this kind of stuff. I don't think anything. But you look at any of those things, you're like, we should be winning it. Anything less than like a semi-final, final is probably a big disappointment.
Yeah.
So the only thing that's doing it is that we say we bottle it. We just don't seem to win. We're not quite there.
Well, mate, my concern about anything this season, right, and it's only a small one because I know it's only pre-season, but I've watched all the pre-season games. I watched Saturday's game against Nashville, and we have just like the last 2 seasons, really good moments in the game where you think, "Bloody hell, moving the ball quickly, kind of creating chances, score 2 really good goals. We go 2-0 up, pretty comfortable, and
that
then make
Marlon goal, boy.
stupid,
That Marlon goal.
yeah,
That
brilliant,
Marlon goal, lovely.
yeah, and although he was on the left hand side when he scored that.
Yeah, he was.
Anyway,
Yeah,
right. So, but that's what I'm saying. Yeah, but he stayed on the left hand side. He was more central. That's and I think that's where he likes to
yeah,
run. But
narrow.
in but the mistakes for the goals that we conceded are
Mm.
unacceptable, even in pre-season. Cut that shit out. Stop giving the ball away. Right, we did it so much last season and it cost us. And I just worry that in the big moments that we'll crumble under that because we've
Mm.
got, and this is why I think we need 1 or 2 players, maybe someone defensively and someone offensively to kind of just be a bit more clinical. Because if we can do that, man, there's no reason why we can't win the Europa League. But I just thinking that, like you say, when it gets to the like you just said, then I think we will get to semis, final, and then that does come in, doesn't it? The fact that we haven't won anything for so long, and we've got mistakes in the team that cost us goals, and if we can't eradicate those things, then it's going to be it's going to be a free. I know I'll end up being frustrated because the potential's there, and I've said this all along towards the end of last season. I really feel we're on the cusp of something brilliant at the Villa. But you've got to start eradicating those mistakes because that's what great teams do. They get rid of that. They
Yeah.
don't make those mistakes and they finish out games. And how many times last season should we have put teams to bed and end up getting done over? Do you know what I mean? It's just yeah. So we'll see what happens. But
Hey, we should have won the Champions League.
well,
We should have beat PSG and we should have gone on to
yeah,
win it. Like
yeah,
I still genuinely believe that if we beat PSG, we would have gone on to win the thing. But
yeah,
it, and then you got the contrast of that, the Palace performance, and again that's the kind of thing where we look at it and we go, we know we're there. We
yeah,
just
yeah.
need whatever this little magic dust is that allows you to just get over the line and win things. And
Mate,
it's frustrating because last season that Palace did it, Spurs
well,
did it, Newcastle did it. They've all won. All these teams who haven't won either ever or in so long managed to do it, and we just couldn't.
Well,
Couldn't get there.
I think it comes down, mate, to that magic chemistry, and I think Emery towards the end of last season got it wrong. Like he hasn't got a lot wrong since he's been there, and I absolutely love him. Right, I think he's. I wouldn't want him. I wouldn't want any other manager at the
Oh
moment in
God,
current
no.
world football.
Unbelievable.
Right, but in the Crystal Palace game, selection was wrong. Playing Rodgers out on the right, trying to incorporate Asensio, it didn't work. Playing Pau Torres at centre back,
Torres, yeah.
fucking mistake. Right, he did that for the last few games, and it cost us our season. Well, it wasn't just that. Obviously, there's other
No,
games prior to
yeah.
that, but like in terms of in those moments, if you'd have just gone a little bit different, I think we would have been okay and maybe put up a better performance against Palace, and we wouldn't have lost to Man City away. And like these are key moments, and you know you live and die by the sword. But I just hope he starts to recognise that, and like Rodgers burnout, like because he played every
Mm,
fucking minute, and he just looked so tired and sloppy in certain games.
mm.
Yes, the problem is he can have that moment where he does something brilliant, but if you're not contributing in key games, particularly the key games when you're this close to qualifying for Champions League, this close to getting into an FA Cup final, like what a chance to win the FA Cup that was last year. You know,
I know.
like it's just it is
It was so.
frustrating.
It was so winnable. It was
It's so
so winnable.
winnable. And we've said it before, haven't we? Are we bottle jobs? Are we just kind of not got that killer instinct? Because that's what's got to come in this year, mate. And
Yeah.
people will always be in the comments and kind of you're being too hypercritical. Like fucking Watkins shouldn't. He scores all these numbers. Well, yeah, it's great, and I love Watkins, but he's got to do more. He's got to score more goals. Even on
Yeah.
Saturday, like he scored a great header, but
Yeah.
it
Those
took
two
him four
chances.
chances to do it, mate. Like you don't get that in the Premier League. Like even I talk about this with like with Ava's team. Like it's about you play top level football on a Saturday, and then on a Sunday she plays like kind of it's not as good, right? It's still decent, but as good. And you get more chances on a Sunday, but on a Saturday you may get one or two. So you have to
Mm,
take them because otherwise you don't win the game. The Premier
mm,
League is ruthless. If you don't take your chances, you do not, and will not be successful. The top five last year: clinical, Isak, clinical, 30 plus goals, and then Man City, Arsenal, Chelsea. You look for goals throughout their team, like you just, and we've got two people that have been scoring our goals. So
mhm.
it's not rocket science to know what needs to improve. It's whether or not we can do it.
Tell you, mate. Marlon. Marlon is the key.
Marlon, supply
I feel
package.
like I just have something about him this season. I feel like he looks good. He looked good last season when he played. For whatever reason, just didn't get the minutes. He's had the preseason to really like get into it. He's gonna be in our European squad. He's gonna, so
Yeah, yeah.
he will play, and I really think he's totally different player, but he's gonna give us that kind of Bailey outlet, those hopefully get those goals and some of those assists. I mean, what is it? Is it 2 goals and 3 assists or something he's got this preseason?
Yeah,
He,
yeah.
he really does look lively.
I
And
agree. I agree, mate.
I think it'll be interesting to see how, because I feel like he keeps on playing him up front, right? He's kind of like an
Yeah,
alternative to Watkins rather than alongside. So, and he did do that at the end of last season. He take Watkins off and put Marlon on. So maybe he
yeah.
just sees him as a striker, but we shall see. Yes, I just think don't know. I just think everyone calm down a little bit. I think we'll see how. Obviously, we'll have to see how the season kind of like goes and starts. I think we'll have a bit of a slow start. I don't think we'll hit the ground running necessarily. And I do think you're right in that. I think we need one or two, but we definitely don't need these like 3, 4, 5 like
No, no.
players to come in. I'd
Well, mate,
like.
it's interesting because the only bit of news this week is that that young Turkish guy Oskan has gone on loan to
Yeah.
Anderlecht right for the season with an option to
Yeah, I mean
buy.
that's just a big PSR
I get it,
juggle.
but mate, I'm getting a bit bored of buying youngsters, right? If it's just for PSR
I
preferences,
also don't
why aren't
think
we developing them?
I worry that they won't want to come.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
worry that it'll get to the point soon where players will be like, "Well, I'm going to come there, and are you actually going to use me? I'm going to be in the squad. I'm going to play, or are you just going to farm me off?" And
Well, money talks, doesn't it? But if you look at Liverpool using that young kid, Rio, whatever his name is, he's played all the preseason, looks razor sharp. Max Damon, 15 years old for Arsenal,
yeah,
like, making Joe Linton look like he's a schoolboy. mate. I'm not. I don't usually buy into the hype of young players, but like from what I've seen, like you go, okay, where's our youngsters? We've apparently got all these
Yeah,
great kids coming through, and none of them are even close to being
yeah, but
part
it's
of
different.
the first
It's
team.
difficult. It's not like Liverpool. I mean, Liverpool and Arsenal are they're a bit difficult to compare to, I would say. But like
Yeah, no, yeah.
it's not like they have players every single season coming through. Like it happens. It's relatively rare. Like it's an anomaly, and it's the same. It's the same with us, and we've only just started really. I would say properly investing in more young talent to try and come through. We've been quietly buying players left, right, and centre who are coming in at a very, very young age. And you'd like to see that maybe in the next 2 or 3 years, one or two of them will come through. But at the moment, even though yes, okay, our youth set up as they've won the treble or whatever last season, there it looks like there might be one or two. What's his name? Who was playing against Nashville? He's got a double barrel last name.
Oh,
He was in the squad
Alaba.
a bit. Yeah, he was in the squad a little bit last season, wasn't he, as well? He looked all right. And again, it's difficult because the we don't have. I mean, we have numbers, but we don't have the two squads that a lot of some of these bigger teams have, so they can breed a youngster, one or two youngsters, and carry them a little. We can't.
Well, but I
We
think my,
can't
my
carry
point
them.
is to give them the opportunity because
No,
when you've
yeah, I
got the
agree.
like when
We don't do it in the cups
likes of
enough. Yeah, we
when
don't
you've
do
got
it
the
in the
likes
cup.
of Bailey, who's doing fuck all, right? And I don't ever want to see him in a Villa shirt again. This pre-season, he's been dreadful, absolutely fucking dreadful, right? His heart's clearly not in it, right? Why waste giving him minutes, right? Because even if it's to put him in the shop window, clearly no offers are coming in for the likes of him or Buendia. Both of them terrible, mate. Honestly, pre-season really piss poor.
Buendia played the longest against
Yeah,
Nashville,
yeah.
I think as well. He was the longest
Mate,
player on the pitch.
I've watched all three games, and it's the same as before. He gets into good positions, really sloppy in kind of giving the ball away. Gets knocked off the ball too easy. Tries to kill a pass all the time and doesn't pull it off. Like Bailey is exactly the same. And then you've got youngsters, which you don't know a lot about, who are going to play with relatively no fear because they probably know they're not going to get in, but at least give their all because they're
Yeah, you got
trying
like
to impress.
Rowe. No, I thought Ealing
Rowe,
Jr.
Hemmings, Alaba. What's the other one's name? Um, oh God, it'll come back to me. I can't think. But these are young players that,
I thought Ealing Jr. looked all right as well.
yeah, Illing Junior. Like these are options that you could potentially use, and I'd rather invest in youngsters, right, than some prima donna who thinks he's fucking Maradona on his day. Has had one good season in four. Like it's just simply not good enough. Like you might be going out because it scares me that we're going to just go down that route of Bailey being our right-sided player again. And if
Uh,
you're he's been worked
no,
out in the Premier League. You have one good
no.
season.
If there's one thing I do want us to buy, I understand. Like, yeah, okay, maybe someone at the back, whether it's a right back or a right centre back as cover or something for Conser or something like that. But we need a winger. We need a winger,
Yeah,
left or right. I don't care which. We just need a winger so we can have a focal point on the wing. So we'd have to play Bailey.
yeah,
That's kind of the main thing. Like we really do need a winger for me.
100%, mate. That right side is a problem. It is a problem,
Yeah. And I
and
don't want
seems
to
to
put
work
Rogers
out.
out there, and I don't want to put, I don't want to have to put Rogers out there just to try and like sort that out either. Like, no. Yeah, I don't. I mean, Marlon's played all right off the right. He got those 2 assists, I think, against was it St. Louis? I think from the right
Yeah,
hand
but
side.
he did. Yeah, he did all right. But he's not a winger. He doesn't look to drift out wide. He's
No,
not looking to
no, he comes narrow.
stretch the play. He wants to
Yeah,
come narrow and play in the middle. And I haven't got a
yeah,
problem with that because you can have we trialled in the first two games, didn't we? Like kind of 3-5-2, and with
yeah.
wing backs. And I don't. I mean, I don't know if he's gonna. I don't think he'll. I don't think that's going to be a thing.
No.
But it is an option that you can do when if you want to stretch games and get a bit of width, fine. So I just like I say, it's a slight concern that those players that I've mentioned are getting minutes,
Mm,
and you hope that it's just to put them in the shop window, but we are only literally 3 weeks away from it closing,
mm.
and I don't see it. If you're looking for a number 10 or a right-sided midfielder, are you really going to buy Bailey and Buendia? Because They've got what are you basing it on? You know, the stats are non-existent. Bayern Leverkusen didn't want Buendia. They had an option to buy and sent him packing. And like I say, Bailey's been one of the most inconsistent players we've had ever, in my opinion. And
I think the thing is obviously, like you said, we're trying to put them in the shop window. We're probably trying to play them into a little bit of something to show something to people, you know, because there are scouts out there who are looking at things and probably teams that are looking at them, but they're just not. It might be a case of Villa asking for a little bit too much. You know, we don't want to make a complete loss on these players, and
mate, they've done themselves no favour. So now we're going to have to pull out the guns, aren't we? We're going to have to send, like, I don't know, damage control out to beg people and give them favours. Do you know what I mean? Like, because
well, this is where you know the hope is always that's why with Bailey the hope is the Saudi money comes in, or with Buendia plugs the heartstrings of Daniel Farker and goes like Leeds, you know.
Yeah, send them to Home Bargains and get that sticker gun out and just put sale price, home bargain, £2.50. You know, to a good home.
Closing down sale.
Yeah.
I don't know, mate. We'll see. One last thing before we finish. So I've been working obviously on this platform. Every week we predict. So anyone can now go on this pretty much and sign up if they want to. So what I will be doing is before the start of the season, before the Newcastle game, I'll be clearing the database. So any predictions or anything that you've done in here, go to your heart's content, do what you want, but it will all be cleared. But essentially allows you to like play around with it and give it a go. But essentially, I've set up all the fixtures on here. You go on, you make your prediction. So say it's 1, let's go with 2, and then the deciding factor is now the first goal minute. So you get a bonus point for getting that bang on. So if I said it was 16 minutes, submit my prediction, and then it says here your prediction 1, 2, first goal 16 minutes. You then got a leaderboard on the right hand side here, so you can see things like the number of points you've got. You get 3 points, if I remember rightly, for an exact. You get 1 for the correct result, and you get none for nothing. I, of course, have got absolutely zilch because I've got absolutely nothing right so far during pre-season. So that's a bit frustrating. Your lovely wife is heading up the leaderboard at the moment, mate.
She's become so invested in football since we started this, right? Historically, Sarah hates football, right? But obviously, Ava's doing really well at football, so she started coming to more games to watch Ava. She's obviously I'm talking about football practically every day, and obviously the women winning the Euros got her really excited again. So she's a big Chloe Kelly fan. And so clearly it's working, mate. And that's that's what's embarrassing about that. Followed football for 40 years. Sarah's followed it for 5 minutes, and she's already predicting fucking like top score. Like, I love you, my beautiful wife. You are amazing, but this is taking the piss.
But yeah, I'm trying to upload the games. You can obviously go through and make your predictions throughout the whole thing if you want to, or you can kind of make them in batches, as you know, when like teams are playing and how things are going. I will try. Obviously, I'll keep up to date with like moving the fixtures around if they do get moved. You can predict up until I think like 5 minutes before kickoff, so you can wait for the team sheet and then make a prediction if you want to that way. You can see all results as well, so you can see previous results and the points that you've got from those results. So you can see here, absolutely sweet FA from myself. I need to sort out what's going on with these seasons. For some reason, the St. Louis games falling into last season and Bayern Munich's falling into this season. So I don't know what's going on there. But other than that, everything's working quite well. It works okay on your mobile as well. So if you want to do this from your mobile, you can. So go for it.
How can people sign up, James?
That's a good point, mate. Great. Well done. Well done, Gary. So you go to everyweekwepredict.com. That is our website. You can then sign up with Google, or you can sign up via the manual form here. So you just enter in the username, email, and password. I might be getting rid of the Google because I'm having some issues with it. So best thing to probably do is just to do it with this. But yeah, so that's it. It's completely free. This season, we're going to have a completely open. Everyone just go to town. We might do a prize at the end of the season. Not sure yet. We'll think about it, see how it gets on. But we're thinking we might do
let's
it
see how it
twice.
goes. But maybe a cash prize, mate, towards the end, like to see if people
Yeah,
buy
I'm
into it.
thinking maybe a cash prize of some sort. So yeah, we'll see how we get on. Yeah, so that's that. Brilliant.
Right.
Anything else, guys?
That's a good bit of fun. Is there anything else? Oh yeah, there is one thing I want to say. Because we talk about spending money, and the Villa have got me by the short and curlies. They've released the new training range for it, so they wore it before the Rockster game, the Hattons of Rockster game, and it's like light blue with a little yellow thing, and
I think it might see now. Yeah.
it looks pretty decent. I quite like it. So
Don't tell
Adidas
me
is
you're
pulling out
buying
the
it, mate.
stops.
Don't tell me you're going to get that as well now.
Well, not right away, mate. Sarah looked at me to say no.
You haven't. Yeah.
I'm taking the piss, but yeah, mate, I'm loving the Adidas stuff. I gotta admit, I'm looking for. I'm holding out for the
This one.
third kit. Yeah, that's the one. Mate, I like that jacket. I just like it. I think it looks
I
smart.
might look at a jacket actually. I haven't got a jacket. I've got like a zip hoodie, but I quite like an all weather because obviously it's going to start getting cold. So I might have a look into that. I've always wanted to get a gilet. If I'm honest,
Yeah.
a gilet.
Mate, we're showing our age now. A good old gilet. I've got a heated one of them. Don't.
I quite like this one. If I'm honest, I quite like. Although I'm not sure if I'd be able to pull off that colour.
Mate. So I love the pink. I've got the shorts, and I want to get the training top as well. But it was out of stock in my size the other day.
It's quite nice. Yeah, I don't know if I'm as keen on this. I think I definitely prefer the pink. The light is quite nice. Salmon pink, I think they call it.
Salmon pink, mate. Yeah, brings out the colour of your eyes.
Yeah, of course it does.
So yeah, right. I'm just impressed with that, and I hope that the third kit gives us something to. Having seen the leaked one, I'd love a collar. Do you know what I mean? I'd like that.
Yeah.
I think I don't know if you've seen Arsenal's third kit that's come out. It's a beaut, man. And Roma's third kit. Oh my days, it's absolutely stunning. And if Villa could pull out something like that, I'd be well happy. But I'm just not sure they're going to do it.
Oh wow, yeah. Oh, that's proper retro, isn't it?
Yeah. Which one are you looking at? Yeah,
Roma
mate.
one?
Fuck, it's look at it. Look at it.
Oh, that's lovely. It doesn't look like a kit, does it? It just looks like a nice polo top you wear down.
Mate, I'd be wearing that out in the town, mate. Get my jeans on, wear that.
Is this where you look? This is what you look like on the right? With the high-waisted trousers.
Yeah. Simon.
What is that?
What is that?
What is it? Who's this guy here as well? What's?
He's gone full on retro, mate. He's gone right back to the 80s.
This is terrible. What is this? This lad on the right looks like I think he's been photoshopped in. He's going to school.
Yeah, what through the long sleeve grey underneath it? He's just managed to ruin the top.
It's bizarre, isn't it? Bizarre. Oh, what are these trousers? What?
I don't, mate. It's the Italians. What do we know about? To be fair, I don't think we should comment on fashion, mate. I'm sure it's all the rage with the kids. But yeah, that is a shirt and a half, mate.
Mate, I won't feel comfortable sitting like that on a photo shoot. I'll be worried. I'll be worried about the view.
Yeah,
but he's covering. He's not sure. He's even covering it up. He's not even sure.
So I feel exposed.
Anyway, on that note, Gaz, do you want to sing us out, mate? By the way, we are still obviously doing at the moment during the off season. We're doing once a week. We will be doing. Oh God, it's next Saturday, isn't it?
Yeah, week on Saturday.
It's a week on Saturday. Oh my God! Right, Gaz, that means next week we got to do a preview.
Yes, mate. So that is the last thing to do. So we will have a Newcastle fan on. I'm going off this afternoon. Well, this evening. No, that's Lloyd's. Tomorrow evening, I'm doing their podcast. So it'll be nice to get his views on Newcastle's season ahead, and obviously a prediction for the result on Saturday.
Depends on whether Isak will be there or not.
Well, this is the $1 million question, isn't it? So it'd be interesting to get Newcastle's fans' point of view on that and what's happening. So yeah, tune in for that. I think we'll probably do that Wednesday next week. So maybe out Thursday.
We'll put something out next Thursday, I think.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Awesome.
Okay, here he comes. Every week we follow the boys in Claret and Blue.
See ya.